What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy, StephenMotivate. So today, I'm going to give you tip number 15. Tip number 15, which is you need to see the competition. You need to see the competition. So, tip number 15 really is about browsing the Turo platform from a guest perspective in your area to understand what it is like to be a consumer and view the other choices that are in the market that you are competing against as another host. Very important for you to do this. It's very important for you to see the competition that's in your market. What are you going to learn from them? You're going to learn how are they showcasing their vehicles, number one. You're going to see their pictures. How well are their pictures done? Does it look like it was shot with a camera from, the 1990s? Or does it look like it was shot with a 4K camera that's super expensive and looks super nice? You're going to see where they're located at. Your competition could be located right in the city center. So if they're in the city center, they're probably going to show up very high in the rankings versus someone that's in the suburbs. You're going to be able to see what is their price? What price are they at? How are my competitors pricing their solutions, their products? Number 4, in addition to the things I've already mentioned, you're going to see, if you're really looking as a guest, what dates are they available? What times are they available? If I try to book this at 5 a.m., will it allow me? If I try to book it at 12 midnight, will it allow me? Getting an understanding for what your folks are doing is super duper important. Super duper important to see what the competition is doing. And so as you're looking through the platform, you're going to get a sense and feel for what other hosts are doing in your area. And one thing I really like the most about this is you're going to get a chance to understand how you're ranking. How are you ranking? How's the algorithm ranking you as it relates to your spot in the listing, depending on what address you put in, what city you put in, what dates you put in. You'll see if you're showing up or not showing up at all. And if you're not showing up, that's a problem. If you are showing up, are you showing up in the way that's appealing? Are you showing up in a way that really makes sense? Are you showing up in a way that, is exciting people to say, man, I'd love to get in that car? You got to look at other people's descriptions. What are they saying? What are they saying about their vehicles that gets people excited? What type of rules? Do people allow pets? Do people not allow pets? Do people allow you to drive out of town? What are they saying about the experience? So you've got to study your competition. You have got to see what you're up against. This is not only applicable in Turo, but it's applicable in business in general. And this is why I always say that this is a good testing ground for you to learn business. If you're an entrepreneur and you're kind of scatterbrained and you don't know really what you want to get into, this will give you a chance to get a taste of that entrepreneurial life and allow you to do one thing that's super important in business, which is know your competition. Know your competition. Who are you competing against? What are they offering that you're not? How are they presenting themselves in ways that you aren't presenting yourself? And all of this is key because now you can make changes. It's like a sports team watching tape or watching the game. You got to look for, okay, what am I doing well? What am I not doing so well? And how can I make changes? That mindset will go and do more for you than, oh, I got to go get a better car. I got to go get this or that. Maybe, but more than anything else, you've just got to get accustomed to being perceptive and observant enough to see where the opportunities where you're doing good, because you need to see where you're doing good. Oh, my description's better than that person's. Oh, my pictures are better. Good. These are good things, so you know where you're doing well. But you also have to look for ways where you might not be doing so well. And this is like the simplest thing that people do not do as it relates to their Turo profile. You've got your car up there, you know it's listed, but you've never switched your profile from host to guest just to go look and see what everyone else is doing or see how you're ranking. That is like, that is so critical. It's like very basic, especially if the business isn't going the way you want it to go, or if something's changed in your business where I was getting bookings, now I'm not. Let me see if there's more cars available. And so as you're looking for the competition, you should also get familiar with Turo's platform. Turo is, its own platform. It's like a mini search engine of its own. It's making known to folks all that's available to them. So there's different filters on there. Do I want an SUV? Do I want a pickup truck? Do I want a sedan? Do I want a certain make and model? Like, you should know what models are not even available in your area. This is a key. What would you do with that information, right? You would potentially put yourself in a position to maybe go introduce that car to your market. Potentially. Maybe there's no demand for it, but you don't know. It's just good insight to have. It just informs your decision making. There's people going and buying cars to put on Turo, and you haven't even looked at the competition. There's like 50 other people who have that same car. And it's not always to say you can't offer the same car, but maybe you need to get a newer one, or maybe not. Maybe you need to get an older one. Maybe you could get one for a cheaper price and list it at a similar rate and be just as competitive with the one that's the newest, shiniest thing on the platform. You don't always have to be the newest, shiniest thing to get business. At a basic level, Turo is car sharing. People need to get from point A to point B. If it does that, a lot of the, extras may not be necessary. You do this and you put yourself in a position to really make your business one that's viable, that can continue on, and one that is successful in terms of meeting whatever goal you have for your business. Like I've said in many of these throughout this whole series of videos, you have the opportunity to just focus on paying, lowering your car note. You have that opportunity as well. So this doesn't have to be a money-making thing for you. It could be to decrease your payment. You might be paying $200 a month, or $300 or $400 a month for your car, $500, $600, $700. Maybe you got into a bad deal, and a dealership put you in, a bad spot, and you're like, man, I can't refinance the loan. My credit's not good enough. Maybe you should be sharing that car, because 9 times out of 10, you're not using it all the time anyway. Could you share it in such a way that it would allow you to, use it when you need it, and then when you don't need it, all right, I'll stay at home for the weekend. I'll share my car. So that's my tip for you. That's tip number 15. You need to be getting on the Turo platform specifically. Yeah, you need to look at other competitors as well, the Hertz, the Enterprises, the Avises, and see what other rental car companies are doing in your area. Another tip on that, especially during like whatever your peak season is, because when the rental car places run out of cars, that's a chance for you also to raise your prices, because now that if their demand is completely, or if their supply is completely dried up, there's an indication that there's more demand in the market. So you do want to pay attention to your competition from the big companies, but specifically you also want to get on Turo as a guest. Not just, like I've told you before, be a guest, but also just research like a guest would research, and think of it from a host perspective and say, wow, look at what they're doing differently than me. look at what they're doing differently in terms of the business, and how can I make adjustments because of that? So that's it, folks. That's the tip. If this video helped you the way it helped me, I only have one request. Share it with somebody. Let someone else know about it. Someone else that's looking into entrepreneurship or is on Turo or needs some tips. Share it with them, and more than anything, if you liked anything, hit that like button. And if you want to hear more from me about entrepreneurship, about the journey of really growing and building as an entrepreneur, then subscribe to our channel. We got more videos like this, and we want to hear from you. Leave your feedback, leave your comments. We're trying to build a community of like-minded people, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. So thanks for tuning in. As always, stay motivated. It's your boy, StephenMotivate. Peace.